Hey, it's John, Close Enough Garage. It's been a while. Where you guys been? No, you've been right there. I've been absent. It's just been so cold. I mean, like literally, without exaggeration, with wind chill, and they call the real feel, like 29 below zero. It's been stupid. Today the sun's out, but don't let that deceive you. It's still about 28 degrees out there. So what have I been up to? Not a lot on the car. I think the brakes were the last big thing I've completed. And now I'm beginning to plumb the engine. All right, so I wanted to get, I didn't want to dry start the motor. So I went online, I seen a couple other guys do some things, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, I do have that old oil pump. So I took the old oil pump. It was filthy, right? So I took it all apart and cleaned it, put it back together. I didn't want to pump dirty stuff with the old oil pump, and I got new oil and clean engine. I took it apart, put it back together, hoping it would work. It did. So we're good. So the way I done is I took the old oil pump, I cleaned it, and then I pushed the gear off the end so it would not turn the cam, right? Because the cam runs the pump runs the distributor. So all I want to do is pump oil and then splash the inside of the motor. And then I get it up some pressure, turn the motor quarter turns, more oil pressure, turn the motor oil turn, more oil pressure, turn the motor a quarter turn, or get it all the way around so all the bearings are soaked all the way around. And that's going to help from a dry start, right? And being that none of that was hooked up when I got my car, I had a learning curve. The oil canister, all the oil lines, all that was in the trunk of the car. So there was a little bit, and then you find out about an oil pressure relief valve. Okay. But it's all pretty simple. I can bring you in and show you where I'm at and what I've done. So let's do that. The oil. Okay, so as far as oil goes in a brand new engine, you want to use a non-synthetic, not even a blend, oil. So what I chose to go with was the SCBH Pro. You know, it's just basically a straight 10W30, which is kind of hard to find anymore. And then so there was 4 quarts of that, and 1 quart of the Lucas break-in oil right there. See that? Because what zinc does is bonds to the metal. Nowadays we don't need zinc in our oil, or as much. I think they pretty much removed most zinc in the modern oil because we have roller bearings, roller cams, you know what I mean? They're like, so they've cut out a lot of the friction. This stuff for these old motors that still have solid lifters need a friction fighter. So that's what we went with. That's in the motor now. And from there, we done the oil pump thing. And then, well, that's great, but how do you turn the oil pump because it's in the motor and the motor's not running? So what I done is I pressed the gear off the end of the motor, off the end of the shaft there of the oil pump. Right, so now that's not engaging. Push that pin out, press that off, and install the oil pump. And then this right here, it made that fit the end of the oil pump shaft. So from there, now I can spin the oil pump without turning anything in the engine, motor, and breaking anything or banging around anything. So let me give you a demonstration, even though it's done, but I'm gonna let you guys see what we're capable of here. So there we are. There's the canister. I did have a leaking issue at the top of the canister. That's done. This is oil in. This is oil out, and here's your oil pressure relief valve. And it's basically like a plunger with a spring on it. I just put that on there. That way we don't have no mishaps of some stuff getting in there. And then gently go inside there. Should be able to find that. There it is. Watch the pressure. Yep, so we can get about 41, 42 pounds of pressure by doing that. And that's moving the oil everywhere in the engine, just like if the engine was running, right? So we're splashing oil everywhere. In, through the filter, down the tube, out, into the, bypass the oil pressure relief valve, oiled. So it should be good. So this is gonna stop us from doing a dry start. Like I say, spin the motor, do that, spin the motor, do that. But that's already been done. I'm just demonstrating you guys. And you've seen here, we were probably close to 41, 42 pounds of pressure. Yeah, so basically pretty simple, right? So that's where we're at. It's gonna be a short video. If you got any questions, the only problem I think I may have when this comes back to installing the new oil pump is that I think I may have to lift the engine up a few inches to get this, so I have room to get between the frame and where it goes into the engine. And this will actually ride on the cam. And then your distributor will ride inside there. So basically, you can see the distributor. Yeah, I haven't got that done yet. That's going to go in there like that. And that will run your distributor. That's how that goes with the cam here. The cam will run the gear will run the oil pump, distributor runs off the oil pump shaft. Right, sets in the motor just about like that. And that's where we're at. Still got to build this, still got to get some spark. Yeah, so thanks for coming back and watching. Subscribe, like, share. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. So next is rebuilding the distributor. I'm going to put a Petronix in it. And then from there, we're going to hook up some fuel lines. I think we're getting closer. It has been so cold. It's just been ridiculous. But thanks for hanging out with me. Just going to be a short video. There's not a lot to talk about when it comes to this stuff. That was a demonstration I wanted to show you. Take care. We'll see you all soon. Try not to make it so far in between. We've got a lot of work to do. Spring's just around the corner, and it's going to be another summer not driving, working. Take care of you.